Welcome to Asha Tutorials. Let's get started with print function. So print function prints the given string to the standard output or the Python console. So string is wrapped inside single quotes or the double quotes. So first we will print hello world using single quotes. In order to execute statement inside Python console, select the statements and press Alt plus Shift plus E, or in order to execute a single statement, place cursor to the line which we need to execute and press Alt plus Shift plus E. This will execute the print statement and it will print the output of the function to the console. Now we will print the string using double quotes. As we can see, both of the print function gives the same results. Now, in order to print single quotes inside the single quoted string, we need to use escape character \. So suppose the string is it's sunny outside and we want to print as it is using single quotes. So by default it will end when it encounters the single quotes. So in order to escape it, we will use \. And if we execute it, it will print statement as we required. Same goes for the double quotes. So double quotes are escaped with the same \. Character, and if we execute it, it will print as expected. Now suppose we have long string which contains multiple statements and we need to print statements into the new line. So we will use new line character /n. So this is our string, and to break the second statement we will write /n, and if we execute it, it will print the second statement into the new line. Okay. Now reverse of it, if we want to print multiple string using multiple print function within the same line in the console, then we will use a special argument end, which will not end the new line. Okay, so suppose we have two string, hello and world. Okay, both are written into the separate print function, and if we execute it, it will print hello and world separately, but we want to print them into the same line. So we will pass end as a empty string which will not break the line after finishing the print function. So it will print the hello world into the same line. Okay, consider that the second print function will break the line, so next print statement will be printed into the new line. Now suppose we want to write a single line string across the multiple line into the Python code or Python file, but when we execute it, it must be printed into the single line without breaking the line. So here how we can take the single line string across the multiple line. So suppose hello world is a string and we want to break it world to the new line. Okay, so what we will do, at the end of the first line we will place a special character backslash and start writing string from the next line. So if we will execute it, it will print hello world into the same line, but inside the code it will span across the, it can span across multiple lines. Python does support multi-line string. Multi-line string can be declared using triple quotes, either single or the double quotes. Okay, so suppose these are the statements and we want to print as a multi-line string. Okay, so triple quotes string will continue across the multiple line without using any backslash character or without giving it to the slash n to break it to the new line. Okay, so if we'll print it, it will print each line exactly as written into the multi-line string. Okay, next is a raw string. So if your string contains special character such as slash n, so when you print this string as it is using print statement, it will break the line and the rest of the string will be printed into the new line into the console. Okay, in order to avoid the special meaning of slash n or any special character, we can mark string by placing r before the string, which will consider it as a raw string, and when printing the string it will not take any special meaning out of the special character. So if we'll execute this, it will print the string as it is. Print statement can have multiple string. It can have any number of string and it will print it to the console as a single line, combining them using space. So suppose we have hello, how are you, all are as a separate string, and if we execute it, it will combine it by spacing a space between all of the given string. Okay, now if we have multiple string and we don't want to combine with the space but with a different character, then we can pass separator as an argument, sep. So suppose these are the number and we want to combine it with the dash, so we will pass sep separator and dash, and if we execute it, it will join the given strings with the dash character. So that brings us to the end of the print statement. Next is comments in Python. So single line comment starts with hash or pound sign. So this is single line comment. So if you want to convert this string into the comment, press Ctrl plus /, which will convert the given string into the given line into the comment, and to uncomment it also press Ctrl plus /. So it will bring back to the original string. Okay, Python also supports the inline comment, which can be given with the Python code. So this print function is a Python code, and after Python code, after spacing two spaces, we can write comment, single line comment. This is an inline comment, okay? And if we execute it, it will execute the Python code and it will omit the comments. In Python, we can also write multi-line comments. Multi-line comments are the same as the multi-line string, using triple quotes, either single or the double quotes, okay? So if we write this, inside it, this becomes the multi-line comments, okay, which have no meaning inside, no meaning for the Python code, but it serves as a comment for the developers, okay? Now for multi-line comments, if it is declared as a first line of the function or the class, it becomes docstring, or the documentation string for that function or the class. And the documentation for the function or the class can be viewed using Ctrl+Q. So if you want to see the print functions documentation, we can place the cursor at the print function and press Ctrl+Q. So whatever the docstring written as a first line of the print function will be visible here. Same can be done for the user-defined function and classes using multi-line comments or a docstring, okay? Moving on to the last segment, which is a Python console as a calculator. So we will start the Python console, and as we can see, as we have seen earlier, we are executing the Python code to the console, and console prints the output to the console, okay, Python console. So for that, if we write 5 + 2, it will automatically print the result onto the Python console without even writing the print function. So as we can see, it works like a calculator, okay? 21, it will subtract, multiply, for division of integer, it will give result as a float. So if we want to bring result as an integer, we need to give //, so which will give result as a integer, okay? For the division of float, suppose second argument is a float, it will give float as a result, but it will be equivalent to the integer. So if the one of the argument of the given expression is a float, then it will result as a float, but as it is an integer division, it will be equivalent to integer, okay? Next is remainder, so it will print the remainder, and last one is exponent. So 2⁵ is 32. So that brings us to the end of the tutorial.